Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The world of General Hospital is never short on drama, and Nina Reeves is once again at the center of a brewing storm. Recent revelations indicate that Nina is on the verge of a massive collapse, and fans are bracing themselves for the emotional anguish that will ensue. Nina, played by Cynthia Watrous, has faced her fair share of tribulations, but the upcoming narrative threatens to test her to the brink. Whether it's the consequences of her secrets, the strain on her relationships, or an unanticipated personal crisis, Nina's world is about to crumble in ways that will leave Port Charles reeling. Nina's life has always been a series of ups and downs. She has endured various hardships that have challenged her fortitude, including tumultuous relationships and complex familial dynamics. However, recent developments indicate that she may finally have reached her breaking point. The weight of her previous actions, compounded with fresh pressures, could plunge her into an emotional breakdown. Fans have seen Nina suffer with shame, betrayal, and heartache, but her imminent collapse could be her most difficult battle yet. One of the major contributors to Nina's downward spiral is the continual conflict with her loved ones. Her marriage to Sonny has been anything but smooth, and the cracks are starting to emerge. Sonny, who is dealing with his own issues, may be unable to provide Nina with the necessary assistance. Their union, once viewed as a new beginning for each of them, is now riddled with distrust and unresolved difficulties. Nina's mental and emotional health deteriorates as she feels more isolated, putting her at risk of a complete collapse. Nina is also stressed out over her bad relationship with her daughter, Willow. Despite their attempts to reconcile, the mother-daughter relationship remains unstable. Willow's health issues, along with her residual resentment of Nina's past deeds, have created a schism that appears hard to mend. Nina's remorse over her role in Willow's suffering is eating away at her, and the prospect of losing her daughter forever may be the final straw that throws her over the line. Nina's professional life is also extremely chaotic. As the proprietor of Crimson magazine, she has worked hard to establish herself as a powerful businesswoman. However, the stresses of balancing her job and personal difficulties are taking their toll. Competitors and opponents in the industry may grab the chance to exploit her vulnerability, further undermining her already precarious situation. Professional disappointments combined with personal misery create a perfect storm that Nina may not be prepared to survive. Everyone is wondering what Nina's collapse would look like. Will it be a quiet, inward shattering, or will it result in explosive public outbursts? Given Nina's fiery attitude, her disintegration is going to be spectacular and difficult to ignore. She may lash out at people closest to her, make rash judgments, or altogether withdraw from the world in an attempt to escape her misery. Regardless of how it manifests, her breakdown will have far-reaching ramifications for everyone else. Nina's fall could be triggered by the re-emergence of a ghost from her past. General Hospital is known for its startling twists, and a long-buried truth or an unexpected betrayal may throw Nina into a spiral. Whether it's a previous lover, a hidden child, or a vindictive rival, the reappearance of a forgotten opponent might be the cause for her emotional breakdown. Alternatively, Nina may be forced to face a painful truth about herself, shattering her self-image and making her doubt everything she thought she knew. Nina's mental health is also an important consideration. While she has demonstrated incredible courage in the face of tragedy, everyone has limitations. The persistent worry, remorse, and sadness may eventually overwhelm her, resulting in a crisis requiring professional help. Port Charles has had its fair share of individuals dealing with mental health issues, and Nina's plotline might highlight the need of seeking treatment. If she does have a breakdown, it may act as a watershed moment in her path, forcing her to review her life and make necessary changes. Of all, no breakdown occurs in isolation, and Nina's collapse will definitely have an impact on others around her. Sonny, Willow, Carly, and others will be forced to confront their own parts in her demise. Some may come forward to support her, while others may remove themselves, unable to deal with the consequences. The consequences of Nina's breakdown will be felt across Port Charles, perhaps affecting relationships and alliances in unanticipated ways. Fans of Nina will find this plot both fascinating and tragic. Cynthia Watrous has often demonstrated her ability to give powerful performances, and a breakdown arc will definitely highlight her tremendous range. It's never easy to see a favorite character hit rock bottom, but it also creates opportunities for redemption and progress. If Nina can face her demons and emerge stronger, this dark chapter may eventually lead to a better future. As the drama progresses, viewers can expect many twists, tears, and unforgettable moments. Nina's collapse will be a watershed moment in her character's path, perhaps reshaping her connections and place in Port Charles. It is unclear if she seeks solace in the arms of a loved one or drives everyone away in her anguish. One thing is certain: General Hospital is set to send viewers on an emotional roller coaster, with Nina's collapse at the center of it all. In the world of soap operas, breakdowns frequently act as a catalyst for transformation. They reduce characters to their most raw selves, compelling them to confront their greatest fears and vulnerabilities. If Nina can make it through the storm, this could be her chance for rebirth. Her journey has always been one of resilience, and even in her darkest moments, there is optimism that she will return to the light. Denise Alexander, who played Leslie Weber on General Hospital, died on March 5, 2025. However, the news was only recently announced. To honor her passing, let's revisit her final scenes on the daytime soap. The brief return of Leslie. Denise, who played Leslie, returned to Port Charles in 2021. She made her final performances on the ABC show between January 8 and February 26. Leslie returned to assist her daughter, Laura Collins, and walked back into the heart of her family's conflict. In Port Charles, the mother-daughter reunion was a nostalgic and meaningful moment, with Leslie providing invaluable support during a hazardous time. Leslie's scenes focused on Laura's difficult family dynamics, particularly the revelations regarding her half-brothers, Cyrus Renaud and Martin Gray. Denise Alexander recaps her final scenes as Leslie Weber. The surprising twist. Remember how, in an unexpected twist, Cyrus revealed that he was not the mastermind behind the hit on Laura and Martin Gray. Instead, he attempted to protect them by calling off the assassination. For a long, viewers speculated about who the true menace was. Cyrus had also accused Leslie of causing his father's death. She was saddened by the charge since she believed her previous relationship with Gordon was the catalyst for all of the subsequent suffering. Leslie's mama bear instincts heightened. People noticed Leslie Weber listening to Laura as she unburdened herself and offered her some sound advice. During the 2021 scenes, Denise's character faced Cyrus Renaud directly, which was quite brave. For many GH fans, it brought back memories of Leslie as a frequent character in the town's plot. Fans loved seeing her again. Though Denise Alexander's appearances were fleeting, Leslie Weber's reappearance in 2021 serves as a fitting farewell. The storyline linked Laura with the popular daytime drama's viewers because the scenes frequently referenced her previous appearances on the show. People fondly recalled the former General Hospital star after her death. On Reddit, one user remarked, Dr. Leslie Weber, Dr. Monica Quartermain, and Nurse Bobby Spencer were three of my all-time favorite female characters. It's really tragic that all three have left us in such a short period of time. Here are a few further reactions. It appears like we are losing a significant personality from this show on a daily basis. The people who make JH amazing. I sympathize with her family. RIP and thanks for entertaining us. She was one of my absolute favorites. She was great at drama and quite hilarious. It was like watching an 80s family sitcom on GH while she and Rick were married and Amy, Blackie, and little Mikey lived there. It was a lot of fun. She was excellent at playing irritated and agitated. As a child, she was the reason I began watching General Hospital. Her character's journey to reunite with her daughter, Laura, piqued my interest and drew me into the drama. Her interactions with Jeannie Francis were electrifying. General Hospital News announces another loss for the ABC soap family. Denise Alexander, who played Leslie Weber, died on March 5, 2025. The actress was 85 years old. Jeannie Francis remembers her TV mother. Denise Alexander is dead. Denise died on March 5, aged 85. There has been little information available concerning her passing. However, there is a wealth of information available regarding the star's long and fascinating existence. Remembering Leslie Weber. Denise was well known for her role as Leslie Weber on General Hospital. The character was Laura Collins' mother. Laura paid a particular tribute to her on-screen mother and recalls her lovingly. About the GH star. Denise was born in New York City on November 11, 1939. Alexander, who was raised on Long Island, began acting at a young age. She made an appearance at Perry Como's Chesterfield Supper Club in 1949. She then landed other primetime TV shows in the 1950s and 1960s. Some of these are The Danny Thomas Show, The Twilight Zone, and Father Knows Best. Alexander's debut feature film was Crime in the Streets. She received the part when she was 14. However, Denise has been doing radio work since she was 6 years old. At one point, Denise's father tallied 2,500 radio shows. Denise eventually earned a soap break in The Clear Horizon. She was cast as Lois Adams in 1960. However, her big break came in 1966, when she played Susan Hunter Martin on Days of Our Lives. General Hospital chapter. Denise began contract discussions with DOL in 1973, after ABC offered the actress a fresh opportunity. They invited her to join GH as Dr. Leslie Williams. Interestingly, Betty Corday, Day's executive producer, sent her to the rival soap. Jeannie Francis remembers. Jeannie Francis spoke with TV Insider about her experience working with Denise. I took her good stuff. When I look at myself on television, which I don't do very often because I don't like watching myself, I've noticed myself doing things and been taken aback because I realized I was just like Denise. So when I say I stole her nice stuff, I mean I was so young that she imprinted on me. Denise Alexander had a direct influence on parts of my acting, as well as my acting style. And she was quite kind to me as I grew up. According to General Hospital spoilers, our favorite blonde in the fictional town of Port Charles may be on the verge of a dramatic collapse. Nina is about to have a breakdown. Of course, we're talking about Nina Reeves. It appears that nothing she's done to persuade Willow to leave Drew has been effective. Furthermore, many people believe that it is only a matter of time before Nina's secrets are revealed. She's also defending Willow to others like Carly and Tracy, whom Nina secretly agrees with. It's basically a lose-lose situation. As our loyal readers would imagine, the internet had a lot to say about the situation. Some have even said, I believe she will be so desperate to save Willow from Drew that she will tell Willow that she slept with Drew. The trouble is, I don't think Willow will believe her. Willow will only know about it if Drew tells her. What's in store for Nina? Another reader added, this current storyline serves the character of Nina in no way. She isn't looking clever, smart, or pathetic. People always say Carly, Sonny and Jason always win. Well, Drew has been kicking everyone's behinds throughout this tale, and I don't get it. And then there came this comment. To be honest, what is Nina's function at this point? They need to get Nina out of this circle, jerk. Find a new meaning for her and her mission. All she does is hang around with Drew and Willow for no apparent reason. It goes without saying that General Hospital viewers will have to tune in every day to find out what happens next. Stay tuned for more. ABC broadcasts General Hospital on weekdays. Check the local listings for times. Please share your ideas in our comments section below. Make sure to keep up on everything going on with GH right now. Check back regularly for General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. General Hospital spoilers and updates reveal that there is one thing we just must ask. May Nina Reeves have given a 6-word hint? Was she hinting at a reunion with Sonny Corinthos? There's a potential that Sonny and Nina will revive their romance. So let's look into Nina's May 8th hint. Nina and Curtis were catching up in the Metro Court Bar. Nina stopped by the Metro Court Bar to reconnect with Curtis Ashford, which naturally led to her rant over Drew Kane. Curtis and Nina, on the other hand, addressed the referendum as well as their ongoing struggle with Sonny in Port Charles. Meanwhile, Drew finally joined Tracy Quartermaine, Jordan Ashford, Jen Sidwell, and Marco Rios for what was essentially a showdown with Sonny. There is a big movement against Sonny at the moment, but Nina has made her loyalties obvious. This brings us to those 6 powerful words, which could pave the path for a love rekindling between Sonny and Nina. Despite everything, Nina is still on Team Sonny. Nina confidently remarked to Curtis, despite everything, I'm still Team Sonny. While this does not ensure a rekindling of her and Sonny's romance, it does not rule it out. Sonny having Nina's support is a good indication, especially after the horrific events that led to their divorce and drove a gulf between her and her daughter. Nina can support Team Sonny without necessarily reconnecting with him, But many supporters are hopeful for a future together even after regaining his memory. He was happy with Nina for a while. Their previous romance had a certain charm, making the prospect of renewing it incredibly appealing, and something well worth trying again. Drew Kane will make a significant discovery, according to General Hospital spoilers for the next 2 weeks, May 12th to May 23rd, while Lulu Spencer will obtain proof of Giovanni Gio Palmieri. The nurse's ball will also be wild, so let's discuss all the highs and lows. Emma Scorpio Drake's infected flash drive will jeopardize her prospects of being hired as Professor Henry Hank Dalton's research assistant from May 12th to 16th. Jocelyn Jacks, on the other hand, may be on her way to becoming Professor Dalton's new favorite after passing off Emma's duplicated work as her own. Sonny Corinthos' decision to accept Jen Sidwell's offer will cause some big ripples with Jason Morgan, as well as Carly Spencer, who will likely plot with her BFF shortly. Carly will also chastise Lulu for her focus on Brooke Lynn Quartermain's adoption, as it will be clear that Lulu is poised to destroy numerous lives. While Carly tries to shut off Lulu, Drew discovers some fresh information. Drew already knows Portia Robinson played a role in his drugging, but may he learn more about Nina Reeves' involvement? Could Drew's huge revelation be about someone or something else instead? Whatever the case, Nina will ask Carly for a favor, and hope she will continue to conceal her involvement in the Jacinda scam. Curtis Ashford will be suspicious of Portia's actions toward Drew, so he'll question her and then open up to Jordan Ashford. Willow will then face with an incident that leaves her devastated. Could this relate to the truth regarding Michael Corinthos and who destroyed Willow's clinic visit in Baden-Baden? Drew bribed a staffer to turn Willow away and give her the impression that Michael refused to speak with her. Jason may connect with Michael and assist put the puzzle pieces together. So we'll see if Willow has a bad realization about Drew's behavior. Back with Sonny, he will meet with Gio and act as a confidant. Joe's self-esteem suffered greatly as a result of Dante Falconeri's disparaging remarks about him, but Sonny will encourage him. Sonny will eventually contact Willow for a conversation, so he'll be active despite the fact that he needs to rest after his surgery. Although Alexis Davis will attempt to get an advantage and possibly sign a new contract with Rick Lansing, she may fail horribly. When it comes to Alexis and her tight blackmail spot, Ava Jerome would do whatever to keep control of the situation. Back with Lulu, her search for knowledge may lead her the confirmation she's been looking for. Lulu appears to be on the approach of obtaining evidence that Gio is Brooke Lynn and Dante's biological son. During the week of May 19th to 23rd, Lulu may have to decide what to do with the information. Fans of General Hospital may be treated to a big announcement for Dante and Brooke Lynn shortly, especially considering the nurses' ball begins on May 20th. The red carpet will have some stunning outfits and intriguing interviews, but there may also be some uncertainty about who is dating. We know Cody Bell and Molly Lansing Davis will be mistaken for a couple shortly, which might happen during the pre-nurses' ball festivities. Kai Taylor was scheduled to perform alongside Trina Robinson, but would he still be able to? Although Kai was thankfully not paralyzed as a result of his dangerous treatment, he appears to be in more pain than he admits. Kai's recuperation may be slow and leave him feeling worse than before the surgery, which could lead to regrets. As the game progresses, Trina will become increasingly concerned about Kai's health, so keep an eye out for updates on any medical news and predictions regarding his status. General Hospital spoilers predict that the next 2 weeks will be filled with conflict and curveballs. Soaps.com has the most recent General Hospital spoilers from Monday, May 12th, to Friday, May 16th. Emma receives bad news, Willow is upset, and Christina is left to deal with the aftermath. Plus, Nina makes a significant request of Carly. Learn more below. Meet the real-life mothers of the stars in our freshly enlarged family album, this Mother's Day weekend. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, May 12th. Tracy explains a task to Jason. Maxie seeks Anna's guidance. Curtis is suspicious. Emma receives horrible news. Jordan updates Laura. General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, May 13th. Carly warns Lulu. Curtis confides in Jordan. Trina opens up to Portia. Sonny surprises Laura. Jocelyn makes a pledge. General Hospital spoilers for Wednesday, May 14th. Carly and Jason strategize. Willow is heartbroken. Laura loses her composure. Drew discovers a discovery. Alexis tries to gain the upper hand. General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, May 15th. Lucky conducts some digging. Lucas pays Elizabeth a visit. Rick gets an offer. Christina handles damage control. Gio confides in Sonny. General Hospital spoilers for Friday, May 16th. Ava counsels Portia. Nina makes a large request of Carly. Sonny seeks out Willow. Tracy reassuring Brooke Lynn. Lulu is on the hunt. Have you checked into General Hospital today, Friday, May 9th, 2025? If not, enjoy the recap below. Instead of simply considering adoption, Brooke Lynn Quartermain and Harrison Chase have decided to take action. Have you checked into General Hospital today, Friday, May 9th, 2025? If not, enjoy the recap below. Instead of simply considering adoption, Brooke Lynn Quartermain and Harrison Chase have decided to take action. They booked a meeting with Alexis Davis to discuss some of their choices. Brooke Lynn was relieved when Alexis explained that putting up a child for adoption in the past does not preclude you from adopting later in life. Alexis also wants children to understand that adopting a kid might be a lengthy process. Everyone apologized at Lulu's house. Lulu Spencer has put Rocco Falconeri to work cleaning the enormous old house she recently purchased. She was just on the phone looking for information on L&B records from the 1990s when Danny Morgan arrives to see Rocco, but first he must deal with Lulu. He tells her everything that transpired at the PCU party and apologizes for bringing Rocco along. She ultimately summons Rocco downstairs and assigns them both to work. She informs them that she has a meeting and gives them a chore list before departing. Danny then apologizes to Rocco, but Rocco holds himself accountable for his own actions. Dante Falconeri questions Jason Morgan about his parenting. He believes Jason isn't around enough, which is why Danny and Rocco attended the college party. Dante tells Jason directly that he doesn't think much of him as a father and then goes. Lois Cerullo overhears some of the talk and advises Jason not to take it too seriously. Jason believes Dante is correct. He has missed a lot of Danny's life, and if he hadn't been assisting Sonny Corinthos the other night, there might not have been a crisis. Jason knows he is Danny's sole dad, and that he will need to make some changes. Dante stops over Lulu's to check on everyone, and he is much nicer to both boys. He informs Rocco and Danny that as brothers, they should look out for one another. Lois walks in raving about the house, and she and Dante immediately apologize to each other for their harsh remarks the previous night. Sasha learns about Willow's trip to Germany. Sasha Corbin is at GH for a checkup, and requests a different nurse when Willow Corinthos arrives in her room. General Hospital spoilers indicate that a Michael Corinthos recast is in the works, so we should start planning his romantic future. When Michael recovers and returns to Port Charles, he will face some difficult options. Of course, Michael may find a new love interest, but it makes more sense to rekindle his relationship with one of his past passions. Viewers will be more accepting of a fresh actor in the role of Michael if he is paired with someone they know. With that in mind, Michael is likely to reconnect with Willow Corinthos or Sasha Gilmore Corbin. The question is, which one should Michael choose? Willow destroyed her marriage and family when she gave in to her affections for Drew Kane. Some may argue that Willow does not deserve another chance given the devastation she has caused. Drew, on the other hand, completely deceived Willow into believing he was her hero. Willow is in for a nasty awakening when she discovers the full scope of Drew's secrets, deceit, and bad decisions. Willow will eventually understand she has destroyed her entire life for someone who merely pretends to be a decent man. Michael made mistakes, but he sincerely adored Willow and supported her through some trying times. Carly Spencer feels Michael still loves Willow and is unhappy about it, but she knows her son extremely well. It could be an indication that Michael will reunite with Willow once everything blows apart, and she regrets the path that led them here. However, Willow is unaware of one key piece of information that might change the game. Michael had a sexual encounter with Sasha and got her pregnant, so it will undoubtedly play a role in what happens next. Willow may be troubled by Michael's duplicity, especially if he eventually claims his child and wants to co-parent with Sasha. Willow may feel frightened and jealous of Michael's other family, which is forming. Michael may eventually conclude that his marriage to Willow causes far too much devastation. Perhaps Michael will opt to embrace a new chapter with Sasha and their kid while still co-parenting Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos with Willow, assuming he can persuade Sasha to agree to a reunion. It's going to be a mess no matter how you slice it, which is exactly why Michael needs to go back on canvas as soon as possible. When Michael returns in recast form, the GH writers can set the ground for him to reunite with Willow or Sasha. Depending on how things play out, Michael will have to make some predictions about his love life and where it will go from here, so keep an eye out for any future romantic developments. According to General Hospital rumors, Sasha and Willow's conflict will intensify once Michael comes to PC. Sidwell makes Sonny a tempting offer, while Willow catches Drew with a mysterious vial of liquid. Friday, May 9, 2025. On General Hospital, Lois and Dante apologize to each other. Sasha tells Jason about Willow, and Lulu gets closer to discovering Gio is Brooke Lynn's kid. Chase and Brooke Lynn meet with Alexis in her office to discuss adoption. Alexis emphasizes that there are numerous things that go into adoption, which may be extremely complicated. Brooke Lynn reveals she's concerned they'll be disqualified because of her background, and she tells Alexis she once had a baby and gave it up for adoption. Brooke Lynn offers her a brief synopsis. The adoption was finalized, she never sought to locate her kid, and they have not looked for her. According to Alexis, agencies benefit from focusing on present issues rather than the past. Alexis inquires whether they are leaning towards an open or closed adoption. Brooke Lynn is leaning towards a closed option. They will tell their child that they are adopted, but open adoption may be confusing for them. Alexis says she'll contact some attorneys in the business to see if they have any customers seeking for adoptive parents, but warns that this can take a long time. Rocco and Danny face the music. When Danny comes on the door, Lulu is at home making phone calls concerning Lois and LNB recordings. Danny wishes to speak with Rocco. Lulu says they need to clear things up before he sees her son. Lulu welcomes Danny in and wants him to tell her what happened. Danny explains how it was completely his fault, how he was a bad brother to Rocco, and how it will never happen again. Lulu hopes he ensures that this never occurs again. She summons Rocco, who arrives with a pail and rubber gloves, evidently chastised for cleaning. Danny apologizes to Rocco. Lulu offers Danny assist Rocco clean the house as a punishment for both of them. The lads leave to clean the shutters and gutters, and Danny apologizes to Rocco. Rocco claims he didn't force him to drink, but Danny assures him he'll do better as his brother. Lulu listens to them through the window and smiles. Lulu walks out, tells them she needs to leave, and asks if she can trust them not to get into trouble while she is gone. They say she can trust them and she leaves. Dante gives Jason something to think about. Jason asks Dante in the Q's kitchen if he plans to charge Danny with manslaughter. Dante is not. The detective simply wants to ensure that Jason appreciates the potential problems Danny could have been in. He used to attempt to see both perspectives, but now he understands why Sam was concerned about him spending time with Danny. He claims Danny does not need a friend. The boy needs a father. Lois walks in and wonders what's going on. Dante informs her that he was telling Jason that he does not think much of him as a father and goes away. Lois informs Jason that she was with Dante when he received the call about Rocco, and he is attacking and blaming everyone since he is unable to pursue Danny. Jason claims Dante isn't entirely wrong. He missed a chunk of Danny's life, and Danny was able to sneak out because he was with Sonny. Lois believes Dante is too close to the situation to have a clear perspective. She also informs Jason that Rocco looks up to Danny, and Danny must understand that he cannot lead Rocco around by the nose. She believes Jason gives Danny a lot of space, yet he's an excellent father. Jason thinks Danny must be his top concern, so he needs to make some changes. Dante checks on the boys. Dante comes at Lulu's and discovers the boys scrubbing as punishment. He offers to assist them, and Rocco directs Danny to grab more soap. Rocco warns his father not to unload on Danny when he returns since he knows he is blaming everyone else for what occurred. Rocco claims he was the one who poured the liquor down his throat. When Danny returns, Dante informs him that they both realize they made a mistake. In the future, remember to always have each other's back. Lois soon arrives and compliments the guys on their excellent cleaning skills. Rocco knows Lois was with his father when the phone call came in about him, and he praises her. She warns them not to terrify them like that ever again. Dante tells them they've done enough and suggests they take a break. They leave to play video games, and Dante and Lois apologize to each other simultaneously. Dante understands that Gio did what he thought was proper given the information available at the time, and Lois believes he is a decent father.